Now let's actually nerd out with some data. So for this video, we're going to talk about the course catalog dataset, another dataset that we're nerding out with in this series. For this dataset, we have this dataset available for us in a nice CSV file. But one thing I want to mention is all of this data can be found on GitHub. This data is open source, and anyone who wants to use this data is going to be able to download this data and use it in your own projects. I want to specifically point out how if you go to this URL, you can actually read the full README about what this data is, how this data was retrieved, and how I parsed this data out. And then the actual data is saved for this course, just the fall 2019 semester, in this URL on my faculty website. So for every single data set, you can always find out more information by going to the GitHub. And the GitHub is going to have this data in a CSV format. Its URL is going to be quite a bit longer, but it's the exact same data. So as you go out and explore data yourself, you're going to be able to find data in CSV format, just like what you're seeing right here. As a reminder, this data set has a number of different variables. It has the year, the term, the year term, the subject, the number, and the title. And this includes all of the over 8,000 different courses and different sections we offer here at the University of Illinois. So the first thing I want to do is I want to actually load this data set into a data frame so we can start working with this data and then using the cheat sheet to help us out answering increasingly complicated questions about this data set. So the first question is, what is the complete Python code that needs to be written to load and display the data set using a data frame within the Pandas library? So to do that, we're going to follow the same recipe that you're going to see us using throughout this entire series. The first step is import pandas as PD. The second step is to load the data set into the variable df. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and say df is equal to pd.read_csv, and then open parentheses and quotes. And again, the data sets are all going to be found on my faculty website for us to easily access. That's https://waf.cs.illinois.edu/discovery. And this is the course catalog, so it's going to be /course-catalog.csv. And then finally, we want to go ahead and display that and type df. So Carly's been writing this as we've gone along, and when you press Shift-Enter, what do you see?
I see a data set with 8,589 rows, 10 columns, looks exactly like the course catalog data set on your worksheet.
Awesome. So you have now access to the entire course catalog of the University of Illinois. And let's go through one really simple example to finish up this puzzle. Let's look at, looking at the data set we loaded in puzzle 1, so this is in the variable df now. We've got this data set loaded in, and we want to find 5 random courses at the University of Illinois. To do this, if we look at the cheat sheet, we can see that there is a command df.sample that allows us to randomly choose a number of data observations from our data set. So to do that, df is the data frame we're storing. We're asking from df.sample. And then we want to sample n equals 5 random courses. So looking at the description, I expect this code to select 5 random courses offered at the University of Illinois. They should be completely random. And as we run this code multiple times, you should get different results. So if you run this code the first time, Carly, what do we see?
Let's see. So I have 5 different courses. I have a political science class, anthropology class, history class, electrical and computer engineering, and another political science class.
And to just make sure that we're truly random and that we're not simply choosing the same 5 every time, without even typing it again, let's rerun the same cell and just rerun that command again and see if we get a different 5 set of courses.
Good idea. Let's see. So now I have, definitely different. I'm starting with kinesiology, and then I have art history maybe.
I think so.
Art H, SHS, speech and hearing science, ACE.
Agriculture and consumer economics, I
think. Yes, and a Greek class.
Oh, interesting.
So all different classes.
Awesome. And that's how we start to work with data frames. So we're going to just keep going deeper and deeper from here.